Hi guys!
Hi!
Today I'm going to tell you the story of Joshua and the walls of Jericho. There once was a man named Joshua. Joshua had been chosen by God for a very special task. He was to lead God's people, the Israelites, to the beautiful land God had promised them. The Israelites had been wandering in the desert for 40 years, and now God was bringing them back to the land He had promised them. They were so excited about going to the promised land. There was just one problem. When they got there, instead of finding a beautiful, peaceful land, they found a great big city with humongous walls. Jericho. Jericho was a big, powerful city. The people of Jericho were very bad and mean, and only really did things that displeased God. When the Israelites saw the Jericho soldiers, their weapons, and those great big walls, they started to become afraid. It would be impossible to overcome those walls. Feeling a bit discouraged, they set up camp while Joshua tried to think. No sooner was Joshua on his own. All of a sudden, everything became very bright. Turning around, Joshua saw a great warrior in shining armor and holding a big sword. Joshua had never seen anything like it. "Are you our friend or our enemy?" Joshua called out to him.
"I am the commander of the Lord's army, and I bring you a message."
Immediately, Joshua bowed down low. "What does the Lord say to his servant?"
"Thus says the Lord, see, I have given you Jericho and all that is in it. For 6 days you shall march around the city, carrying the Ark of the Covenant with you. The priests must go ahead blowing their trumpets, but apart from that, make no noise. Then on the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing their trumpets. When you come to the end of the 7th time, the priests must blow a long blast, and everyone must shout as loud as they can. The walls will fall and Jericho will be yours."
Yay!
And with that, the men left. By the time Joshua looked up, there was no one to be seen. He had no doubt that it was God who sent the man, and he knew what he had to do, but it was all a bit strange. Whoever thought of taking a city by walking around in circles? And would the people cooperate? The next day, when Joshua got back to camp, everyone cheered up a bit. It would be okay. Their great leader Joshua had come up with a great plan that would solve everything. Maybe they build a battering ram and bash down those walls. Maybe they'll throw bombs at the city and make it explode. Who could tell? Eagerly, they waited for Joshua to tell them the plan. "All right, settle down everyone," Joshua said when they were all together. "The Lord has spoken. This is what He wants us to do." And with that, Joshua told them just what God's messenger had told him. What do you guys think the Israelites thought? I think they probably thought he was crazy. Who wants to spend an entire week walking around a city?
What?
I know. And carrying the Ark of the Covenant too? Madness. But eventually they agreed. So the next day they set off bright and early. They marched right round the city once. The only noise was the priests blowing their trumpets, and then back to camp. Well, that wasn't so bad. So the next day they did it again. Same thing, same order. No noise, no talking. Then back to camp. And the next day, they did the same thing. And the next day, and the next. Six days they did it, until finally they came to the seventh day. This was it. Could they trust God to help them, just like He said He would? Everyone was nervous but excited as they set off that morning. Right round the city they went. Then right round they went again. And again. Oh, how their poor legs ached. Still, they kept on walking. Sweat was dripping from their foreheads. The priests had sore throats from blowing the trumpets. And as for those carrying the ark, but still, they kept on walking, round and around and around. 7 times they went around Jericho. Until finally, as they came to the end of the 7th time, Joshua gave the signal and everyone gave a huge shout. All of a sudden, an earthquake hit. And those great big strong walls just crumbled and toppled over. God had kept His promise.
Wow!
Then, with God's help, the Israelites destroyed the entire city. Everything was ruined. Well, almost everything. You see, in that city, there was a lady who had helped some of the Israelites, and she knew God as a true God of heaven and earth. Because of that, she and her family were saved. They got to live with the Israelites and become part of their family. God was kind to her, just like He was kind to Joshua and the Israelites by helping them as He had promised. And just like He is kind to us by helping us and keeping His promises to us too. You know, sometimes we ask God to help us, and instead of doing what we think He should do, He does something else. Sometimes it's something that may seem a little strange, but we just need to trust God. Keep walking with Jesus, and those walls will just fall right over.